I'm about to show you the exact same way I help my clients set up their local service ads on Google that generates 50 plus bookings for them every single month. It's the same method that Sandy used to generate over $8,000 in less than 1 month while only spending around $250. So that means every dollar he spent, he got around $45 back with this same exact method. And I'm officially relaunching my business and documenting the whole entire journey on this YouTube channel. So I'm about to show you exactly how I'm setting it up for the relaunch of my business. Get a notebook, get ready to take notes, and let's get right into this. What is going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to show you the first type of ad I'm going to run to just start getting a bunch of clients. In order to do this, number one, you need a Google business page. With this Google business page, I highly recommend you having a minimum of 25 reviews. Because what this certain type of ad is going to do is push your Google business page to the top. So when people look up car detailing, you will come up first. But if there's 2 people in your area running an ad like this and they have a few more reviews than you, their page looks better, they're probably going to get a call first. So this is why it is so important to have as many reviews as possible and to constantly use your Google page, update it, make it look good, add photos, use blog posts, answer questions, answer reviews, and more. Second thing is the type of ad. This is called a local service ad. There's also normal Google ads, there's meta ads, and many other types of ads. But this is the first one I recommend because it's not a thing where you spend money every day and hope for a return. If you know how to run ads, you're almost guaranteed for a return. But on this specific type of ad, you pay per lead. So say you spend $30 a day, but you get no leads, you don't spend anything. It's completely free. And then say you spend $30 a day and you get 5 leads, you pay $2 to $5 per lead depending on your numbers and your data and all that good stuff. So I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up. First things first, local service ads. Search it up. Don't do the sponsored. So this is actually a Google ad, normal Google ad, not a local service ad. That's why it says sponsored. But with the local service ad, it'll be your Google business page on the top when people look up car detailing. So on average, if you have a minimum of 25 reviews, you'll get 2 to 4 to 5 calls every single day. And the goal is every new lead you get more reviews, and you keep the cycle going, growing your Google page and getting more leads. So it's not this one, but it's this one. Local service ads, lead generation for local customers. I want you to click that. First thing you're going to do is get started. Then click continue. And you're going to put in your country, your state, I'm in Florida, and your zip code. Then for your job category, just go down to car washing and detailing. Then check your eligibility. Boom, all good. Click get started. So this is a very important part. This business name has to be the same exact name as your Google page. So for instance, my detailing company is Fanatical Detailing, but on Google business page, I had it as Fanatical Mobile Car Detailing for SEO reasons. So when I registered this, they didn't pick up on my Google page. So it is very important that you put the exact name as your Google My Business page. So for me, Fanatical Detailing. Then this is going to be your LLC. Make sure this, once again, is spelled the exact same way as it is on your LLC and your official government documents. Next is your business phone number and your website. Your website's optional, but it's going to help show you're a real business. So if you have a website, I highly recommend putting a website here. Put email, put text messages. This is for every time you get a lead, they're going to email you and text you. If you take one of these off, there's more of a chance you don't see it as soon, and speed to lead is so important. Every time you get a lead from an ad, from your website, from word of mouth, the fastest detailer to call that person is the person that's going to make the most money. People don't want to wait around a few days. They'll go to the next guy. So speed to lead is important. I recommend keeping these on. Then put the owner's first name, obviously your first name, your last name, total number of workers. So if it's just you, put 1. If it's you and a friend, put 2. And if you have 5 employees, put 5. Year founded is the year you started the business. So even if you started 2 months ago, put 2 months ago. If you started 8 years ago, put 8 years ago. They're not background checking this information. They just want to understand you know what you're doing so they don't push your page out and you mess people's cars up. Google is a huge business. They're going to background check you, check for insurance, LOCs, all this type of stuff we'll get into in a little, but make sure you put accurate data on everything and it matches the exact stuff on your Google page, your documents, your insurance, and more. Then your street address. This is the same address that's on your Google page. It's not going to be shown to people. It's just to match up with your Google page, your EIN, LLC, and all of those pages. Put that in, and then obviously for here, put no unless you're a shop. If you're a shop, you could put your shop address and put yes, so it'll recommend people to go to your shop and where your shop's location is. I'm going to fill all this out and then click next. Alright, your next page is going to be your service area. This is another super important one because you want Google to show your ad to people in the areas you serve. So what I recommend doing is your county. So for me, it'd be Palm Beach County. So boom, I click this and it goes over all of the cities I do. But if you don't service the whole county and say you don't go all the way over here, which I honestly don't, I'm going to actually take this off and just go all of these areas that are near the beach that I service in that aren't super west, because people that are super west don't have enough money that are super east, and I do luxury detailing, so I'm trying to target all of these areas. So I'm going to actually switch that, and something you can do is ask ChatGPT what are the richest zip codes of every single city in your service area, maybe 30 miles away from your city, and it'll tell you, and then you can just look up every single one. For instance, Delray Beach, boom, boom, and I could just go in and do them all. But for the purpose of this video of showing you guys how to set it up, I'm going to do that stuff later and keep going. Exclude these areas. So say if you don't do a specific area, like you just won't go there, you could put this, but I typically just leave it blank. Click next. Boom. So this is where you're going to put your services. So obviously, I would select all. If for some reason you don't do waxing and ceramic coating, you could uncheck that. And if you don't do engine detailing, you could undo that. But you should be able to do everything. And if you don't, you should seriously learn how, because you're missing out on a lot of money. Next thing is click I agree. This is for your license verification, because Google wants to make sure you're legit. Business hours, boom. So for business hours, what I recommend doing is basically all day. So I always do 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And the reason because of this is if someone's calling me, say they spilled something in their car at 7:30, even though I'm not going to go at 7:30 or 8 to detail their car, it will show that I'm open, so they'll call me. And then I could schedule them for the next day. Same at 7 a.m. I'm probably going to be at the gym at 7 a.m. every day. But if someone calls me at 7 a.m., I could be like, hey, I'm at a job, I'm busy, but I can come in X amount of hours. I can come tomorrow, whenever my soonest availability will be. So I'm going to do all my hours, then go to the next page. All right, cool. Now we're at the add photos page. This is so important because when they're showing your ad, they're going to show your pictures. So one thing that happens is if you sync your business page, which you will, it will import all of your photos from your Google page. But if you have certain pictures you haven't uploaded to your Google page because you're not uploading it constantly, you're not doing blog posts, you're not really keeping up to date with it, add them here. Click add photos and just put as many as you can. Obviously the ones that show off your work and make your company look very presentable. When you're done with doing this, just go next. So the next page is preview your ad. So like I said, this is what it's going to say. Sponsored, and it's going to be your business page. And you'll be able to call and text directly from Google's platform. This is how they track if a lead went through. You'll text them through Google, and this is how they're going to track if a lead went through or not, so they can charge you per lead. You need to be extremely honest with Google, or they will not recommend your services and they will ban your ad account. So every single time you get a lead, make sure you are honest and you charge the lead. And if you didn't charge a lead and say they mistake something, maybe they charged you for a lead that didn't follow through, just tell them, hey, that never went through, and they'll credit you money back. But like I said, be honest with Google. It's a huge company. It's trying to help you. Help it by being honest with everything. And also use the millions of dollars of features they put into Google Business to help your page rank and stay at the top at all times. Then all you do is click you like it and click next. Okay, perfect. Now we're at the business verification. This is the final step before being able to run your Google local service ads. 1, you're going to put your billing information, very straightforward. 2, your proof of insurance. You need insurance to do these ads because Google is recommending you. And like I said before, they're not going to recommend a company who isn't licensed, isn't insured, and isn't a real business. Next is a background check. They're going to check your background. You're going to put in your license. You're going to make sure everything's clean. You don't have any felonies. You've never robbed a car. And if something did happen, maybe you got a speeding ticket, it will tell them and it might say, hey, like, what happened? Explain your side of the story, and they'll dispute it. But like I said before, they're not going to recommend a felon to detail cars because they will be liable. So they're going to do a background check. Next is your Google business profile. Like I said, you're going to want to connect it so everything syncs over, and that's the page it's pushing. If you didn't do this process correctly, what will happen is it will say, make a brand new Google page, and that's wrong because if you have one, you want that to connect. So what you're going to do is just call experts. Next is your customer reviews. Once again, this will all be pulled directly from your Google page, so make sure that syncs up properly. And last but not least is your budget. So this is where you're going to set your budget. So once you're approved, they can start running the ads and you can start getting leads. I recommend doing more. The more the merrier. The more you spend, the more you earn. Typically how ads work is every dollar you spend, you get a few back. And I've had clients of mine with these same exact ads spend $1 and make 45 back. He was spending around $300 a month, making around $8,000 to $9,000 off these specific ads, but he had 200 plus 5-star reviews and his Google page looked amazing. So keep that in mind. If you have a great Google page, you're going to convert very well. And if you have a mediocre Google page, you'll still get a few calls, but work on making your Google page look amazing. So just set your budget with whatever you're comfortable spending every single week. And remember, you're only paying per lead. So if you spend $100 a week and only get 2 leads, you might only spend $10. So keep that in mind. Once you're done with this, you'll officially be able to run your local service ads. I'm going to show you one of my clients' accounts and walk you through what that looks like. So this is one of my clients, Sandy, who works with me one-on-one, and he's absolutely crushing it. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside of it once your business is confirmed. So obviously, he got the green light, and he started running these a little while ago. So you're going to have this sidebar tab that has all of your details. First things first is going to be your leads. So in here, you'll see every single lead. And like I was saying before, you get charged per lead. So you'll see he'll have charged leads, and he'll have not charged leads, and he'll have credited leads, meaning Google thought it went through, but it didn't. So what Sandy did was say, hey, it didn't go through, and they give you your money back. So today alone, Sandy's gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different leads, and it's only 11:25 a.m. So that's absolutely insane. But clearly, if you have your stuff set up properly, this will make you a lot of money. And you'll see, this goes on and on. He gets tons of leads from this. He charged them, not charged them, and he'll put what service he did, and everything will be properly tracked so you and Google are on good terms. The next tab you're going to have is the policy manager. So this is if you violate anything or something happens, they will put something here. And you always want to make sure this is completely empty because if you have something here, there's a good chance your local service ads aren't running and you won't have predictable leads. So make sure this is always green. And if there is something, appeal it, tell them the truth, tell them what happened, and you'll get your account back. So this is all of your insights, the ad spend, your charged leads, impressions, all of the data. And this is very important to look at because you'll know how much money you're realistically making. From September 6th to October 5th, just around a month, Sandy has only spent $230, which is literally nothing. That's one detail. And what Sandy charges is around $150 average per detail, with some being up to $250 and some being low as $100. So let's call it 150 times 55. He's made around $8,250 from this $230 he spent. And I'm not saying this is going to happen every single time. Like I said, Sandy's page is amazing. I think he has over 250 5-star reviews now, and he gets a few every single day because he's doing so much business. But if you do this properly, this is a very good way of client acquisition. Next thing is your reviews. Every time you get a review, it'll track in here. And like I said, these are super important. So he has 260, not 250. And they're all 5 stars, and this gets him a lot of business because what other people say about you is more important than what you say about you because it's your company. You're biased. People know that. This is his profile and budget. I'm not going to show that. It's his personal details. Here's his billing. I'm not going to show that. That's his card information. Promotions, just promotions about local service ads. Account access. If you work with someone, you can give them account access. Like me having access to his, he gave me account access to help him run everything. And then you have your notifications, but that should be super self-explanatory. So I hope you understand by now exactly how to set up your local service ads so you can start getting leads every single day and making a lot more money with your detailing company. If you don't know already, I'm on a mission to scale 1,000 detailers past $10,000, $20,000, $30 a month smoothly, efficiently, while maximizing profits. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.